Every single morning, life gives us a priceless treasure of 86,400 seconds. Yet, most people let this precious gift slip through their fingers entirely unnoticed. In a quiet, timeless corner of an old town stood a workshop known to few. It was owned by Elias, a master clockmaker of profound wisdom. Inside his shop, dozens of antique clocks ticked in harmonious unison. Each mechanism measured life, reminding the world that moments once past can never return again. Master Elias had spent 60 years studying time. He knew that people did not merely suffer from busy schedules, but from a profound lack of true life priorities. To Elias, every ticking gear was a heartbeat of existence. He watched people rush endlessly outside, constantly chasing things that brought neither peace nor lasting happiness. One misty morning, the shop bell rang sharply. A young man named Julian hurried through the door, his face pale and eyes filled with overwhelming stress. Julian tossed his briefcase onto a nearby chair. He paced the floor nervously, checking his modern wristwatch every few seconds as if running from an invisible storm. "Master Elias," Julian cried out anxiously, "I am exhausted. I work 12 hours every day, yet I never have enough time to finish what truly matters in life. My days feel completely empty," Julian continued with frustration. "I am constantly rushing, answering messages and meeting demands, yet my soul feels completely drained and defeated." Master Elias listened in absolute silence. He placed his delicate tools gently upon the wooden table, looking at the young man with deep empathy and gentle understanding. Without uttering a single word, the elderly clockmaker stood up slowly. He walked toward a private wooden display cabinet nestled in the corner of his quiet shop. Elias pulled back a heavy, dark velvet cloth. Resting on a silk cushion was an extraordinary, handcrafted golden pocket watch that shimmered under the warm light. Unlike ordinary watches, this remarkable timepiece had no numbers. Instead, it featured glowing celestial patterns and a single, beautifully sculpted hand that glided silently across the face. "Hold this carefully, Julian," Master Elias whispered gently. "This watch does not measure hours or minutes. It measures the quality of your conscious attention and living energy." Julian took the watch into his trembling hands. As he looked into the glass face, he felt an unusual calmness wash over his hurried and chaotic mind. "Notice how the hand moves forward without hesitation," Elias said softly. "Time never pauses to negotiate, never rushes ahead, and never looks back with regret." Julian stared at the rhythmic grandfather clock beside him. Elias asked him a profound question. "Tell me, young man, where did your last 5 years truly go?" Suddenly, memories flashed before Julian's eyes. He remembered rushing through crowded streets every single morning, completely oblivious to the beauty of sunrise and fresh air around him. He saw himself sitting at chaotic office desks late at night, drowning in endless paperwork, sacrificing his sleep and vitality for temporary praise and fleeting rewards. He remembered sitting across from his loving family during dinners, staring mindlessly into glowing digital screens while ignoring the warm smiles and voices around his table. He remembered countless sleepless nights staring at dark ceilings, burdened by endless anxiety over tomorrow while completely wasting the sacred gift of today's present moment. A heavy tear formed in Julian's eyes. "I thought I was being productive," he whispered softly, "but I was simply living my life on mindless autopilot." Master Elias nodded with deep compassion. He walked to a wooden shelf, brought out an empty glass jar, and placed a bowl of smooth river stones down. Elias carefully picked up several large stones, placing them one by one inside the jar until no more large stones could fit above the rim. Elias looked up into Julian's curious eyes and asked calmly, "Tell me, young man, is this glass jar completely full right now?" Julian looked closely at the glass container and nodded confidently. "Yes, Master Elias, it appears completely full. You cannot fit another stone inside." The old clockmaker smiled gently. He reached for a bowl of smaller pebbles and poured them over the top, shaking the jar so they slid into the gaps. The smaller pebbles filled all the open spaces between the large stones. Julian watched intently, beginning to understand that something much deeper was being demonstrated before him. Next, Elias took a cup of fine golden sand and poured it slowly into the jar. The tiny grains filled every remaining microscopic space between the stones. "Now," Elias said with a warm smile, "I want you to recognize that this glass jar represents the finite container of your precious human life. The big stones are the essential foundations of your existence, your health, your inner peace, your loving relationships, and your true life purpose," Elias explained clearly. "If all other trivial things disappeared, but these big stones remained intact, your life would still be profoundly rich, meaningful, and genuinely fulfilling every single day. The pebbles represent the practical necessities, your daily employment, your home responsibilities, and your routine obligations that sustain your physical survival in society," Elias continued wisely. "And the fine sand," Elias stated firmly, "represents the endless trivialities, mindless social media scrolling, petty arguments, constant complaints, and meaningless distractions that consume modern minds. If you fill your jar with sand first," Elias warned softly, "you will never have space left for the big stones that truly matter in your existence." Julian looked down at the golden pocket watch in his palm. The weight of this timeless truth resonated deeply within the quiet chambers of his awakening heart. For the first time in many years, Julian took a slow, deep breath. He felt the heavy burden of false urgency lift gently from his tired shoulders. Master Elias walked over to the wooden window and pushed it open wide, allowing radiant morning sunlight and crisp mountain breeze to fill the peaceful room. "You cannot buy a single extra second with all the gold in the world," Elias said. "Therefore, how you spend your attention is how you spend your life." "Master Elias," Julian asked with genuine humility, "how do I begin practicing this wisdom today when the modern world constantly demands my hasty attention?" "Begin by honoring your morning hours," the wise master answered softly. "Do not let the noisy world enter your sacred mind before you have found your center. Dedicate your first waking moments to quiet reflection, gratitude, and setting purposeful intentions before looking at a single digital message or noisy notification from others. Step outside into nature regularly. Observe the towering trees and flowing rivers. They never rush, yet everything in their existence is accomplished in perfect natural timing. When you sit with those you love, give them your undivided presence. Put away your devices, listen deeply to their voices, and cherish their living existence. When you dedicate time to learning, practice with complete devotion. True mastery in language and wisdom requires patient consistency rather than frantic, sporadic bursts of effort." Julian looked at Master Elias with profound gratitude and newfound reverence. He realized that changing his life did not require more hours, but clearer intentions. He placed the golden timepiece gently back onto its silk cushion on the master's table, knowing its eternal lesson was now engraved upon his own heart. Elias placed a warm, fatherly hand upon Julian's shoulder. "Go forward in peace, my son. Do not merely count your days, make your days count deeply." Julian stepped toward the doorway. His posture was no longer rushed or slumped. He walked with steady confidence, quiet strength, and genuine inner stillness. As he stepped out onto the cobblestone path, the morning sun felt warmer and brighter than ever before. He stopped to admire the golden sky above. Julian reached into his coat pocket and switched off his mobile phone. He chose deliberately to inhabit the living, breathing reality of the present moment right now. He greeted the elderly flower merchant at the street corner with an authentic, joyful smile, pausing to admire the colorful fragrance of freshly bloomed roses. Inside the cozy workshop, Master Elias watched the transformed young man walk into the world with purpose, knowing another wandering soul had finally discovered true life. The antique pendulum continued swinging back and forth with steady grace, serving as an enduring reminder that every passing moment is a brand new opportunity. When you align your daily actions with your deepest values, time ceases to be an enemy and becomes your most faithful and empowering companion throughout life. Take a moment today to reflect upon your own glass jar. Have you been filling your precious hours with trivial sand instead of your foundational big stones? Choose to protect your energy, cherish your loved ones, pursue meaningful wisdom, and speak with intentional kindness wherever your life journey may lead you tomorrow. Remember that the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, but the second best time to reclaim your precious life is right now. Value your time, master your attention, and let your life become an inspiring masterpiece of wisdom, patience, compassion, and continuous personal growth every day. Thank you for listening and learning with us today on Inspiring Tales. Subscribe to nurture your English fluency and awaken your inner wisdom through stories.